Today I thought we can discuss different tense forms in English. So we all know that there are three major tense forms: past, present and future. And within each tense form there are four subdivisions. Now the big problem is that even those of us who remember all the tense forms are not exactly sure what is the meaning of the tense form or what exactly is the difference between the tense forms. So much so, we generally do not use the advanced tense forms. We tend to use only the simpler tense forms. That too without fully understanding what it is. Okay? So today what we are going to do is we are going to take a simple example and learn tense forms. Let's take present tense to start with. Okay? And we are going to take that sentence, which is probably the most important sentence in any person's life. See, we have seen in movies and real life people saying, "I love you." This is the classic statement that we have seen when a person proposes to a lady or vice versa. "I love you." Now, this is a simple present tense. I love you. And please understand, this is exactly the wrong way to propose, because when you say "I love you" in simple present tense, that means you love that person at that moment. That's all. There is no past, there is no future. It's a momentary love. A momentary love is also called an infatuation. And infatuations, as you know, do not survive. It is a Western way of falling in love. Just being in love for a short while and then saying goodbye. And maybe living together for a short while and then saying goodbye. So simple present tense is not good to make a proposal. So let's move on to the next level. The next tense form is called present continuous. So when you say, make the statement in present continuous, it will become, "I'm loving you." Maybe you can add, "since I met you." "I'm loving you since I met you." Please note, because it is continuous tense, the meaning is you've been loving this person for some time, quite some time. "I'm loving you," continuous. So when you use continuous tense, you hint at continuity, or your love is not momentary, it's continuous. It has been there for some time. Okay? So there is continuity. So this is a better way to propose. Now moving on, the next level, that is present perfect tense. You have to introduce has, have or had into the tense. Now in present perfect you can use either has or have, and in past perfect you can use had. So in present perfect tense, if you make this proposal, it will be, "I have loved you since I met you." As the word implies, perfect tense means you use it only when you think of something as a perfection. So when you think of this love as something perfect, you use perfect tense. So "I have loved you since I met you" means you've been loving this person for quite some time, since you met this person. Plus, you think this is a perfect thing. This affair is something perfect. So when you use perfect tense, there is a hint that it is perfect. "I have loved you since I met you." To make it clearer, see, if you score a first rank, you will proudly say, "I have scored first rank in the exam." But you don't say, "I have scored third class in the exam." You will only say, "I could get only third class in the exam." So please note, perfect tense is used when you think it's a perfect thing to do or say. Now moving to the next level, that is present perfect continuous. So in this tense, you mean that this has been going on continuously, continuous tense, plus you think of it as something perfect, something which is an act of perfection. Okay? So the right way to propose to a lady is by saying, I have been loving you since I met you, or I have been loving you for the last many years. When you say this, what that means is, you mean that it's a long-standing affair. Plus, you mean that you think it's something perfect. Okay? So make sure, guys, when you propose to a lady, never say, I love you. That simply implies the American kind of love, momentary. You love that person for that moment, that's all. Next moment, you may say goodbye. You have not loved her in the past. You may or may not love her in the future. There is no commitment. It is just a momentary feeling, or it's an infatuation. infatuation. So do not use I love you when you propose. You have to be using the present perfect continuous tense. That is, I have been loving you since I met you. Okay. To make things clearer, most of you guys would have visited McDonald's. Please note, it's not McDonald's, it's McDonald's. McDonald's, okay? So the punchline or the tagline of McDonald's is, I'm loving it. Instead of saying I love it, they say I'm loving it. The difference is, many of us do not understand the difference. We wonder what is the difference. I love it, I am loving it, okay, fine. Please note, the statement I am loving it can be made only by a person who is a regular visitor to McDonald's or a regular consumer of McDonald's burgers and things like that. It cannot be said by someone who visits only rarely, infrequently. Only a regular visitor can say, I am loving it. So McDonald's wants such customers. McDonald's wants such customers who are regular, who are habituated with eating McDonald's every now and then. And that's why their tagline is, I am loving it, instead of I love it. So, guys, to call back once again, when you say in simple present tense, I love you, it's just a momentary feeling. It is neither past nor future. It's there only in present. That's not the way to propose. When you put it in present continuous, I'm loving you since I met you, you definitely mean that this is a long-standing affair. Better. When you put it in present perfect, the meaning is, what you say is, I have loved you since I met you. So here there is a sense of continuation plus the sense of perfection also. So still better. Now, when you put it in present perfect continuous, it is a long-standing affair and you deem it as an act of perfection. So you say, I've been loving you since I met you. So this is a perfect way to propose. And that is exactly what you should be doing when you actually propose. Thank you. In the next session, we'll check out the past tense. Thank you very much.